earth, now everything's macro, micro. Everything in the earth is sacred. We are walking on sacred to produce sacred. That's what was given to us, to caretake it, so we would know how to bring sacred back to the full intention of what the earth was. And so, so the earth mirrors for us to reflect the curse's course. Curse and course, by the way, are the same word. When you go into etymology, curse roots out at course, as course is connected to curse. So how you define it? Again, that's why I wanted to show you the olive, our perspective. In innocence, curse, it means you've come in disgrace, which is only distance from grace. You've come in to go, the curse is the head wound. The curse means you are now in the place of forgetting. The curse is you're going to have to remember. It's a very innocent word. Curse is a very innocent word. Do you know the word for remembering? Mnemonic? Mnemonic?
Mnemonic.
Mnemonic. If you put a D in front of that, then forgetting is demonic, because then everything would be in declination. So the process of curse means just journey. Know the way of righteousness.
The right course.
Orthodox in Greek, but not, I mean, it just means know the right course of action. Know that Yeshua, everything he said, verily, verily, go the right-hand path. Know self. If you know self, then you will automatically know if you know self, you know the mother. If you know mother, she will weave the father for you in your shadow work in the earth. It will reveal how to raise yourself so you would know why you're on this journey again.
Why you entered in.
You will now know the weaving of remembering why you're here. Right?
Which is yada.
That's yada.
Intimate knowledge.
There you go. So now in this first occurrence in Hebrew, there's Hebrew again. This is what Hebrew is. So the knowing, to know and to see, this is the Hebrew broken down really quick, the ayin, bet, resh, yod. To know and to see is to build, so you would raise the head through the power, means, and direction. That's Hebrew. That's a Hebrew. It's a frequency. It's not a people unless you have performed its duty as a responsibility by bringing order back to your innocent form through information, and you are in the likeness of this word. Therefore, you're called built. Most of us are doing this gently, organically, without even realizing that we're doing it. When we get locked into oral traditions or what the dogmatic state of things, and they're telling us as an influence that is not, this is where it becomes problematic. If we're just innocently walking through the earth gently, most of us are already building this. So the first occurrence, Daryl, for you, for your question, how does it tie into Abraham? There it is right there. Abram, there is no the. Abram, Hebrew, now he was dwelt. So we have Abraham now with a lamed on the prefix added. That's not there in his name. That's added. That means the teacher of light, one who points and goes in the direction of the way, is one that is built with the head completed. That is Abraham's frequency. His being.
Well, I think it's interesting because it means exalted father. But so Ab is father and Ram is to be exalted. It's the exalted father, but in other words, he was coming in with a staff of authority as a mother, walking as mother, but yet he was an exalted father.
He was an exalted father. So you want to know what Hebrew is? Because right after that in the red, if you can see it, that is the revelation of Hebrew, Abri, Ha-Abri. The He is added to that, but that's the first occurrence of Hebrew, Ibri. So the exalted father is Hebrew. And then we have this word right here.
Or in other words, the father is going to exalt you through Hebrew.
The father is going to exalt you.
Which will give you power.
It's solely based on your perspective.
Yeah.
If you're seeing it on the compass journey and you've already done this, a couple of loops around this track, and you're, again, if we draw a circle that winds out, what is it? Is it a spiral coil on the ground, or are you standing on the top looking into the vortex? Like, what's going on here? Is it 2D or is it 3D for you? If I'm wound out, you can see it because it's light colored, sorry. But the lofty of Abraham would be looking into the well. And he's pulling from the well to produce his lofty. From the depth of my well, I have much water in me. From that, I drink much, and it allows me to see clearly. It's just perspective on how we see things. So lofty, when Carrie says, like, yes, this staff of authority in mother, absolutely. But it also could be said from a place of establishment. In the journey of the earth, Abraham was journeying to teach the way of Ibri, the way of the Hebrew. It is the lofty position of knowing the teachings that shows you the way of one, so you can be built as I am built, with your head replaced now, knowing the full memory of who you are. How do you do that? You must journey as an Ibri, as a Hebrew. They would know the way of the sojourn. Between the heaves of the Red Sea, right between the pieces again, the heaves, you're going to know that that is only a macro of world that shows all of that is within you. The Reed Sea means the way of the scroll, which means the way of the roll. It's the same word. Scroll and rolls are the same word. The Yod He gives you the vision to fulfill the word, the roll. So you become the living scroll, the Sephiroth, to know that you are sealed now again. No one breaks that seal until the end. And when those seals are broken, they will bring the teaching back to earth again to say, this is the way of the law of light. This is the law that begets light. This is the mere reflection of beyond in this realm again, back to the intention.